What's up, guys? Welcome to your 144th Android tutorial for the new Boston. What we're going to do in this tutorial is basically polish up our application, get it going, and I'll kind of demonstrate what it does at the end. But what we want to do is we want to kind of disable our location manager, when we go on pause or when we aren't actually needing it. So what we're going to do is go into our resume method here that we created, and so we have our location manager set up within our onCreate method, but within our resume method, what we're going to do is we're going to say request location update, and so we're just going to say our location manager dot request location update, takes a string and a time and a minimum distance that we want. So we're just going to click that and hit for provider. We want our towers reference or string. And then what we want is for minimum time, we'll give it like half a second. And for the minimum distance, we're going to give it like 1. And for listener, we're going to say this, referring to the listener that we implemented for this activity. So now that we have we're going to request the location update. And then also on our onPause method, what we're going to do is say remove updates. So we're just going to say our location manager dot remove updates, and it's the listener again that we implemented, so we're just going to say this. So we're basically removing our listener that we implemented in our class. So again, we're going to request the location update when we hit the resume method. Now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to the very bottom, those 4 methods that we can work with according to that location listener that we implemented for our class. So for the most part, they're all self-explanatory. Like for provider disabled, we could refer to the provider that's being passed, or the string that's being passed in, and say, we disabled this provider, or enabled it. Just some kind of a toast if you want. The only one that we're going to work with is this OnLocationChanged, and what we're going to do is we're getting this location that's being passed in. I'm going to change it to L so we can work with it that way instead of arg0, which it gets annoying. Now all we're going to do is set our lat value to equal, again, the location that's being passed in. Again, we have to convert it into an int by casting int. And we're going to say L dot get latitude, and longi is equal to, again, int L dot get latitude or get longitude. And now we can also draw within this method. So let's say our application is going to draw a new pixel or a new pinpoint every time this location hits. So we're going to scroll up and just copy that code that we put within our if statement when we created just the geopoint and add an overlay. So we're just going to copy that, scroll down to the bottom, and paste it down here. Pretty much the same concept. Every time our location is changed, we're going to paint a new icon, which isn't really probably the best thing, but just to show you guys what it does. I'll catch you in real life when we're going to test this application, make sure everything works, and that's pretty much it for Google Maps, but I'll see you guys in a second. What's up, guys? Just tested it out and showed like I was in the ocean or something. So I went back to the code and tried to figure this out, and all we need to do is add this times 1e to the 6th or 1e6 to our latitude and to our longitude. And then it'll give us the proper location, because before we weren't timesing it by that, so you'll show up where you weren't supposed to be. So make sure you just change that, and within your onCreate method, again, just times it by that as well. And now I'll show you guys what it looks like. What's up, guys? So when we open up our map activity and we zoom out, we should see an icon pop up in the general location. Again, we aren't looking for the most specific we aren't looking for the most specific location, so it's probably not that great for like some kind of running application where you like, whoa, what's going on, where you're running. But you get kind of the general idea of where I'm located at right now. I mean, it's probably a few blocks away, but just as every time that onChanged method gets called, which I'm going to try and like walk around or something and get that called, another icon will be painted to basically our map. Come on. like run into a tree or something. But anyways, so that's basically the application.